Hey there. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and drop a comment below to let us know your thoughts. Your support helps our channel grow, and we truly appreciate it. Thanks for being a part of our community.
Jessica had always been an adventurer at heart, a free spirit who took life as a journey rather than a destination. Her friends admired her for her fearless zest for life, while her parents worried endlessly about her spontaneous excursions. She had made a name for herself as a travel blogger, exploring off-beaten paths and sharing her experiences with an audience who lived vicariously through her adventures. On a cool autumn evening, Jessica was embarking on what was to be a routine drive through the scenic but desolate Highway 16 in Canada. Familiar with the ominous tales surrounding the highway, she had prepared herself mentally and practically. Her car had been checked and double-checked, her phone was fully charged, and she had informed friends of her travel route. As she drove, the road seemed to stretch endlessly, flanked by dense forests that loomed over the pavement. The natural beauty was undeniable, but as night began to fall, a thick fog settled over the area, and Jessica couldn't shake off a sense of foreboding. The trees looked like menacing silhouettes against the darkening sky, and the fading light seemed to be swallowed by the thickness of the forest. With her visibility decreasing, Jessica's grip tightened on the steering wheel, her initial confidence waning as she remembered the stories of those who had vanished without a trace along this very route. Trying to shake off her growing anxiety, she turned on the radio, only to be met with unsettling static that pierced the silence of her solitude. It was then she saw a figure emerging from the woods, a woman whose panic-stricken face was a mask of fear and desperation. This unexpected sight in such a desolate place brought Jessica's heart into her throat. Every story, every warning about Highway 16 screamed in her mind for her to drive past. But as their eyes met, Jessica saw something that rooted her to the spot: raw, human fear. The woman, young and disheveled, was in a state of absolute terror, her eyes pleading for help as she gestured wildly. Throwing caution to the wind, Jessica unlocked her car doors, and the woman scrambled in, gasping for air, her eyes darting frantically. Before Jessica could utter a word, she saw another set of headlights in her rearview mirror. They seemed to appear out of nowhere, and as they drew closer, Jessica's heart sank. The woman beside her was a mess of tears and trembling hands, pointing at the lights and uttering incoherent sentences. All Jessica could understand was, "He's following me." Adrenaline took over, and Jessica pressed her foot down on the accelerator, her car lunging forward as she attempted to put distance between them and the vehicle behind. A chilling realization dawned on her that they were being hunted. The forest, the fog, the failing light, all witnesses to a predator-prey chase. The other vehicle showed no sign of slowing down. If anything, it seemed to inch ever closer, its high beams and oppressive glare in her mirror. Jessica tried to keep her focus, her mind racing to figure out a way out of this nightmare. The woman, gaining some coherence, started to explain between sobs. She had hitchhiked, having no other way to reach her sick mother. The man driving had seemed kind and harmless, but soon after, his behavior changed. His questions became intrusive, his driving reckless. Seeing an opportunity, she had jumped from the car, running into the woods, her pursuer not far behind. As they raced down the highway, Jessica felt a sickening dread, knowing they were still miles away from any semblance of civilization. Her car felt like a tin can, fragile and inconsequential against the darkness of the world outside. It was the sudden, unexpected sight of a service station's lights that rekindled hope. With the last ounce of her car's strength and her determination, Jessica swerved into the station, blaring the horn in a continuous frantic sound. Workers and a few customers rushed out, drawn by the cacophony. The vehicle that had been tailing them slowed down and, after a moment's pause, turned around and disappeared back into the embrace of the highway. The aftermath was a blur of police, questions, and relief that it was over. The woman was united with her family, and an investigation was opened, the horrors of what might have been hanging in the air. Jessica's blog took a different turn after that night. She wrote about her experience, warning others about the realities of such dangers. She advocated for safe travel, never forgetting the eyes of the woman who could have just as easily been another unsolved mystery of Highway 16. Her experience became a testament to both the unpredictable perils that lurk in unsuspecting places and the undeniable courage that ordinary people can exhibit in the face of such terror.